It's crazy we're already here. It's been 2 years. It's actually been a little over 2 years since I've purchased my 2016 Ford Focus ST. I purchased it Black Friday 2015. So it's been a little over 2 years since I've had this car. I have 26,130 miles on the odometer. And today we're going to go through everything good, bad, and the future of this particular Focus ST over the weekend. I just drove back last night from Las Vegas on a road trip. So gonna cover everything, talk about mods, and in the comments below, please feel free to ask anything that I don't cover, and I'll make sure to address that in the comments. So stay tuned. I'm gonna get the car washed real quick, or I'm gonna be doing the washing just to get it all shined up for some glam shots, because you know, I haven't been doing that lately. I need to get back into making, you know, taking the time to make some high quality shots of the car, because really that's what you guys like to see. So we're gonna get it washed up, and I'll see you soon.
Cross my mind, I see you steady as I go, see you steady as I go down. Running out of time, I thought you maybe want some more. No, you can't resist the sweet sound. Follow me, I'll take you to a safer place that's hidden underground. I can be your saving grace, just holler at me and I'll come around. Yeah, yeah. Shutting it down, follow the groove.
I'm gonna start out with where my head is at with owning this car for over 2 years now. You know, I'm an enthusiast. I'm constantly looking at what's coming out next. I've talked a lot about the BRZ, the FRS, and now the GT86. And I'm constantly looking at other cars to upgrade. Should I keep it? Should I trade? Should I pay it off? What should I do? I got real serious lately about looking to purchase a BMW M2. Manual transmission in Long Beach Blue. I just became obsessed with that car. Just a perfect setup. And as serious as I was getting about buying that car, it made me think a lot about what it's like driving this car on a day-to-day basis. So as I'm thinking about getting that, and I'm talking to dealerships, when I was in this car, I just found myself really happy and more appreciative of how well it's built. The shifts in it, the throws, the sound it makes with the aftermarket exhaust that I've put on it. And it's actually funny, that race red ST right there also has the Ford Performance Sport exhaust, which really is a rebranded Borla exhaust. I've said that in my exhaust videos. If you haven't seen those, check them out. But as I was driving, finding a place to film, I just caught this out of the corner of my eye, so I turned around and I thought that's a pretty nice backdrop for doing the 2-year review. So back to what I'm talking about, where my head's at with this car is I have $10,000 left to pay on it. I'm probably going to do that very soon. And then from there I have to decide, do I want to keep this? And do I want to add something to the collection of one car? Do I want to add like a slightly used 86 or BRZ, and then have 2 cars and do a, you know, continue to build those? Or do I want to get something like a more expensive car like a BMW M2? If I were to get the M2, I would get it slightly used, under 10,000 miles, manual transmission, Long Beach Blue, like I said. But again, then I would have one car. Also, in doing that, I'm interested to see your feedback. You know, if I go and get that car, are you going to be interested in content on the BMW M2? I mean, at the end of the day, I have to choose what's going to make me happy. It's me paying the bill for this thing, and I'm not making enough AdSense revenue to be paying off my cars. That's one of the decisions that I need to make. And I truly do want to hear your feedback. Or if there's another car that I should get on the used market, throw it in the comments below. What do you suggest? So let's go through the mods that I've put on my Focus ST. The first thing I did was I upgraded the air filter. I went on Mountoon's website and I got it's a K&N. I think it's something that's been rebranded by Mountoon. But it's just an open end. It has a less restrictive filter. And usually that you think that's just a minor upgrade. I did go through a period where I pulled that aftermarket one out, put the stock one back in so I could clean the aftermarket one. And it's actually a noticeable difference when you put that in and out and test it. The throttle response is a little bit better with this one. The sound is way better. The people in the comments are always worried about dust and stuff getting in the intake. It's an open end, but inside of that, there's still the cotton filter. Cars like the RS actually come with it open, and high performance cars come with those filters open. It still traps the dust and everything. It just lets more sound out. So if you don't want the sound, or you're really worried about dust getting in, which I really don't think you should, just clean it as on a normal schedule and you'll be fine. But that was the first upgrade I did. And there's what I was saying about the dust is there is a cap that you can put in to really protect it. The second thing I did was upgraded the exhaust and rear motor mount, and I did that at about the same time. Rear motor mount, reducing wheel hop, really makes the shifts when you're driving aggressively. It makes them really crisp. And then the exhaust, as you all know, the Ford Performance Sport exhaust was just something that this car really needs. I mean, motor mount, you could go both ways. I mean, motor mount's more of a functional upgrade. Exhaust is going to be something just more aesthetic and it's going to sound better. It does release a little bit of more power too, but the sound that this thing creates is it's incredible. You put the windows down, you hear the burbles and the overrun with it. It's something that this car really needs moving forward. They need to make the exhaust more aggressive, maybe look to what the RS did with the open and closed valves. That would be something interesting to see on the newer body style Focus ST. Another upgrade that I recently did were the harder exhaust mounts. Just holds the exhaust in a better position, doesn't let it, under hard acceleration, it's not going to move as much, just going to keep it in a tighter position. I do have a intake hose that I am upgrading on the underside of the car. Going to be doing that soon. That's going to increase turbo response, a little less turbo lag. It's going to get the spool up quicker. It's more of a straight pipe as compared to the other one having some baffles in it. The next thing that I'm going to be doing with this car is probably going to be a tires upgrade. These have 26,000 miles. I mean, that's what came with the car. These have 26,000 miles on it. I probably have one more rotation, putting them from the back to the front. Once that's complete, they're probably going to be about done. I might be able to squeeze 30,000 miles out of them. And I've been extremely happy with these tires. These are great tires. Am I going to get them again? I'm probably not, just because they are about close to $200 a piece. If I'm going to spend $200 a piece on a tire, I'm probably going to get a Michelin. And I actually want to try a Pirelli tire, I think, for my next one. The other thing, like I've said in the past couple videos, if I can get 10,000 subscribers before the end of this year, I'm going to drive out to California, I'm going to go to Mountoon, I'm going to do the full MP275 package, might do some suspension work, and really get this thing just looking, take it to the next level performance-wise. Everything I've done so far, like I've said from the beginning, I like to stay within the manufacturer's warranty. The nice thing about MP275 is you stay within the manufacturer's warranty, so selling it on the aftermarket, that person can be comfortable with the fact that it is tuned, but it was done professionally, as opposed to me just doing it in a garage or something like that. Now, some of the negative things, oh shit, gonna have to go to, sprinklers are on. Okay, so as I was rudely interrupted by the sprinkler system over there doing the 2-year review, Damon actually came out. You were at the skate park, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was his race red ST that we saw over here, and it's a 17, has the Borla catback exhaust on it. So extremely similar to mine. Mine's just rebranded by Ford Performance. But it was kind of funny. He actually saw some of my videos, before you were buying your car?
Before I bought my car, and then while I was looking forward to getting an exhaust and other upgrades.
Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, so, the ST community, we're just connecting throughout Phoenix here. But, I don't know, you want to do a quick walk through? So do you just have the exhaust right now?
Yeah, as far as upgrades go, performance-wise, the exhaust is the only thing.
Okay.
Exhaust, and then I put mud flaps and the yellow vinyls on the
Yeah, I did see that.
fog lights. Couldn't live without them. They look so good with red.
Yeah, no, it looks really good. And I was even talking to him about the wheels. If you look at the Rado Gray, so they're both Rado Gray wheels, but for some reason on his, I don't know if it's because it's newer, they look slightly darker, and it looks really good.
Yeah,
And then if you go over to mine, they just look lighter. I don't know why.
Tires too.
Same everything. And then he was talking about the yellow inlays for the fog lights.
Oh yeah.
Which looks good.
Cake to put in.
Kona blue and race red side by side.
Beautiful color.
Yeah, two very good colors. All right, I'll see ya. So as Damon is heading out, it was really cool to meet another ST guy like that. I know we don't have a lot of daylight left. Sorry if the quality is not great. But one of the things that I was just talking to Damon about with this car is how good of a package it is out of the box. You don't just want to start jumping to aftermarket parts and do things that you don't necessarily need for this car. I waited a full year before I put the exhaust. That sounds great. I will say with his Borla exhaust, you can hear the turbo spool a little bit. It has more of a throatier sound compared to this one. There is a slight difference. I will say that. But back to this, you don't just want to just be for the purpose of modding just because. You don't want to just start throwing parts on this distastefully, because it is an excellent package out of the box. That's what he was saying as well. It's just a really fun car, and it's a quick car from the factory. It looks great. You don't have to do a lot to it to make it amazing. It already is that way. Going with a tune, upgrading the intercooler is something that it needs to be done on this car, because this one, after a couple pulls in high heat, will drop off on boost, and it just doesn't have enough cool air coming into it. So that's something that needs to be upgraded. I would say that's a functional upgrade. Whereas a lot of other things on this car, you could just be wasting your money. So that's kind of where I'm at within 2 years. I really appreciate the support that I've gotten throughout having this car. Also, the ST community is great. Just meeting him, everyone's always willing to talk. It's not a very stuck-up community. Everyone's willing to help on the Facebook group, the Arizona ST Facebook group. Everyone's willing to help. If you have a question, there's rallies, and you meet just a whole plethora of people. There's some people that are really wealthy that own these cars, and there's some kids that are 16 years old. There's people like me that fall into the middle of that group, and we all come together in an appreciation for the Focus ST. And I just think that that's really cool. I think that that's a nice part about this car, a car that's priced like this, that's functional like this. You have people that have 2 young children and are married. You have people like me that bring new women home every single weekend. I'm kidding. You just meet all kinds of people that own these cars that have appreciation for the same thing, and you end up becoming friends with a lot of people. For example, Brad, who helps me put all the upgrades on my car because I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Really nice guy, always willing to help, and it's just been fun for that sense. So every one of you that I've met, nice meeting you. Thank you. All the support I'm getting on the channel for this car and for the content I create, I really appreciate it. There's plenty more to come. Again, before the end of the year, if we can get 10,000 subscribers, I will get an appointment at Mountain Tune. I will do MP275, and it will be sick. So subscribe if you're not subscribed. Drop a like if you like this video, and we'll see you soon.
Gotta stay high, reaching my goal. We gotta go, ready to roll.
Stop now,
Don't
stop
follow
now,
the groove.
stop now,
Let me know.
stop now,
Got to move.
stop
Gotta
now,
stay high,
stop
reaching
now,
my goal.
stop now,
Gotta go,
stop
ready
now.
to roll. I know you're loving, baby girl. I know you're loving.